Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining this explainer. Today, we're unpacking something that is quietly revolutionizing how academic communities gather and share knowledge. I mean, if you've ever been involved in managing a conference and literally felt like you were just herding cats, this deep dive into a system called G-conf is going to be right up your alley. Let's jump right in. Look, every academic conference connects researchers, developers, and ideas that could actually change the world. But let's be totally honest about the behind-the-scenes reality for a second. We've all felt the frustrating pain of trying to piece together a coherent event using scattered emails, messy spreadsheets, and disjointed cloud folders, right? It's a nightmare. So I want to pose a question. What if conference infrastructure could be way simpler and entirely free?
Let's start with part one, the why, the core mission behind G-conf.
G-conf is really dedicated to the researchers and developers out there driving today's massive AI boom. But the platform highlights a major roadblock: expensive, gated platforms that act as these huge financial barriers. G-conf is all about democratized academic exchange. We firmly believe that limited budget should never ever prevent valuable knowledge from being seen. And that's exactly why this platform is provided entirely for free, which is especially huge for empowering research communities in the global south. Because at the end of the day, conferences need a reliable process, not permanent platform lock-in. G-conf is essentially a lightweight, low-cost platform built directly on the tools you probably already know and trust: Google Drive and Google Cloud. It creates this incredibly efficient digital academic collaboration workflow that simplifies the whole shebang, from submission all the way to publication, without ever holding your data hostage. Okay, let's shift gears to part two, the how. And this involves some really cool human and AI collaboration. The development process for G-conf is honestly a fascinating experiment in teamwork, but not just human teamwork. A human product owner defined the overall mission and the critical trade-offs. Then Claude actually stepped in as the project manager, translating those requirements into tasks. And get this, Codex acted as the software engineer, writing the actual traceable code. It's like a glimpse right into the future of development. And this wasn't just a one-and-done pass. We're talking about a rigorous iterative cycle. The team defined a lean, minimum viable product, stripping out all those bulky, unnecessary features. They built a Cloud Run API with strict Firestore role isolation. Claude spearheaded the independent risk triage, while Codex built out the automated UI and accessibility tests. The result? A flawless, highly secure digital academic collaboration workflow.
So that brings us to part three, the what. What does a Google native digital workflow actually look like in practice?
Well, the first major game changer is submission ownership. Organizers simply create a conference and link it straight to their own Google Drive. Authors use their existing Google accounts, which means no new annoying passwords to remember. G-conf's database only holds lightweight metadata, while the actual verified PDFs stay securely locked down in a Google Drive folder controlled directly by the host. Now, obviously, security and privacy are absolutely paramount in academia. G-conf tackles this by ensuring a fully traceable loop through three strictly isolated roles. You've got the chair, the submitter, and the reviewer. By keeping these roles and their specific data completely walled off from each other, the system guarantees information is only ever accessed by the right people at the exact right time. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of the chair for a minute. Welcome to the editorial hub. From this single, highly focused workspace, organizers can track submissions, monitor incoming reviews, and even handle withdrawals, all in one place. It brings a level of clarity and sanity to conference management that those old nested spreadsheets just literally cannot match. And we all know reviewer assignment is notoriously tricky, right? Well, here, it's totally streamlined. The platform securely handles reviewer invitations and manual assignments for you. Reviewers are strictly limited to accessing only the specific papers they've been assigned. It completely eliminates those cross-access conflicts that can cause so many headaches for organizers. Then, when it is finally time to make a call, chairs use this interface to review scores, check confidence levels, and read confidential comments before making their trackable rulings. It creates a fully accountable loop that seamlessly bridges that critical gap between the peer review stage and final academic publishing. But here is perhaps the absolute best feature of the entire platform. When your conference wraps up, G-conf provides a built-in exit. Organizers can trigger a full data export of their complete event record straight to their own drive. Then, the platform runs a controlled cleanup. You have zero platform lock-in. The data and the control are returned directly back to where they belong, the community itself.